Actos was a medication that affected or didn't affect many different parts of the anatomy. And it's always hard to tell those kind of complex narratives, those complex stories.
The position of the product from the very beginning was benefits beyond glycemic control.
The easy TZD.
Well, those benefits were manifold, and because of that, we had a multi-part story to tell.
And I think what really made Actos, great was that it took that complex message and told it in this simple, easy to understand message of group support.
I had a girlfriend who was working on a near West Side in a homeless shelter as a psychologist. And she would tell me about these group therapy sessions that she would arrange.
Everybody is familiar with that idea of group support and how one person is there to support another.
And then we were talking about all the issues that were going on in the body of a diabetic, and I guess I put those two things together.
That's what we were doing with Actos. We were trying to say that this was a product that was going to help their type 2 diabetes, but also at the same time kind of leverage, the muscle or the liver in support of the pancreas.
So we were able to tell a pretty complicated scientific story in a way that was lighthearted, memorable, visually distinctive, and very campaignable.
I knew it was a good idea when we presented it to Jay Carter because it got a huge laugh. That was my first inclination we were onto something good.
And it was pretty interesting when we saw physicians' reactions to it.
The feedback we got and all the things they're looking for, it was off the charts.
I attended some of the qualitative testing, and I can remember sitting behind the glass and watching a doctor explain to the moderator the purpose of each of those little characters.
They had some cred with the doctors, and this sort of just tweaked their imagination a little bit.
When he started mansplaining the characters to the moderator, we were all high-fiving each other behind the glass.
And that's where the characters come in. And you can just point to those, as opposed to pointing to a graph that everybody else in the world is pointing to.
By having a variety of characters to choose from, there was always a little bit of a unique angle to get into the Actos discussion.
We knew from the beginning that we were going to be able to make this campaign last for many years.
I think the benefit of having all those characters is now that we go into specific detail of how Actos works with them or not negatively affect them.
If we had a specific story to tell, we could pull characters out.
And they just took on a life of their own.
Climb mountains and, ford rivers. I don't remember all the various crazy stuff we had them do.
There was a whole arc to their story.
It was very flexible.
I think we exhausted them pretty well. Those little characters did virtually everything.
It was almost endless.
I guess I'm most proud of the tenacity of these little guys. I feel like I gave them birth, and then they sort of got into the hearts and minds of a lot of people globally.